Yes, people, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking about Liverpool because we have to. They are not getting away with this. They are not getting away with this because they have been. Liverpool fans that are watching this right now, you know, deep down, since August the 16th, it couldn't run any longer. And in the last 7 days, Crystal Palace, Galatasaray, now losing to Chelsea Football Club in the 95th minute, which was beautiful. Yeah, you might say I'm a hater. I'm a Man United fan. Of course, I don't want you to win, but I do context. And right now, we need to talk about your football club because it is not working. And we're going to strip it back throughout the games for Liverpool. And there's a few that you can touch on straight away. First game against Bournemouth. What? Chiesa, 86th minute. Salah in the 90th minute. You win that game. Newcastle, Rio comes on and salvages the win when you were dominated for that first half and the red card changes everything. You go 2-0 up and you literally nearly bottle it. And Rio saved the day with a last-minute goal. Everton, grinding it out. Second half, poor. Everton going into that game thinking they could nick something, but you hang on in the Merseyside derby. You got the Burnley game. They sat back, 10 men behind the ball and said, break me down. And Liverpool couldn't break them down. But what did happen? Hannibal gave them a penalty. Mo Salah, 1-0. They take the 3 points. But that could not continue. That could not go on. Arsenal defended well. Szoboszlai, wonder strike. But when we're talking about Liverpool, where have they played well? Because what, the first half against Everton? Maybe so. I'm trying to think of other halves. I can't think of any right now, off the top of my head. Liverpool have been struggling this season. There might be another game that you lot can put in the comments, but I can't think of the dome. But Liverpool have been struggling since game week 1. And they've been salvaging it with these last-minute goals. And I'm sorry, if you want to win the league, if you want to beat an Arsenal team that is drilled, keeping clean sheets, and performing consistently 11+ goal difference, you're going to need to be better. Because I'm telling you now, over a 38-game season, that is not going to be sufficient. And your fans are already realizing it. I've had people on my other channel, big up my Never a Foul crew. I've had people coming on there who are Liverpool fans saying they want the manager gone. Whether people think it's mad or not, I've heard Talk Sport, people calling in saying, you know, if Salah isn't performing, then where's Slot's tactics? Where's the plan B? Where's the plan C? Now we're trying to see what Arne Slot can do. Because so far this season, Liverpool do not look like they're capable of defending this title. When they were sitting top before the weekend, now they're not. And it's justified because Arsenal have been better than them. Liverpool should not be top of this Premier League so far this season. But they find themselves, of course, in the top 2. And people might say, look, they've not clicked yet. But they're only a point behind Arsenal. You know, we're not even in the groove. Isak, Ekitike, Florian Wirtz. But, yes, they might click. But when? Will it be too late? Is Slot going to get the best out of these players? What is happening with Liverpool Football Club? Because right now, people, they're not playing like they did last season. You've got players like McAllister not on it. Connor Bradley not on it. Mo Salah absolutely playing awful. And the game against Chelsea, so selfish, so poor. What is going on? Gravenberch's the only player that I can look at right now and say, do you know what? Doing your thing. Hugo Ekitike as the new arrival, do you know what? The rest of them, absolutely stinking up the place. So Szoboszlai is trying his heart out. Centre mid, right back, doing his bit for the team, being that manager's player. I've got to respect him as well because he's putting his neck on the line saying, I'm going to run through a brick wall for this team. And do you know what? That's what Liverpool need right now. More players that are going to run through the brick wall because they look like they're all just walking and playing at pedestrian pace. I'm not saying they're literally doing that, but they're going through the motions. Where's the gears? It's like driving a car. Liverpool seem like their players are in gear 2 and 3. They need to get into gear 4 and 5 quick because they are in trouble at the moment this season because defensively, let's talk about it. Defensively, we'll go from there. They've not been good enough. Van Dijk trying to lead the way. Can't do it by himself. Konate, one eye in Madrid. Hasn't signed a new deal. So his head's not really there. You've got no Konsa. You've got Leone that's injured now. Gomez, you can't really rely on. And then you've got 2 fullbacks in Frimpong And Kirkers that have come in, well, Kirkers, he's not doing much right now. He's been subbed off quite a lot in games. He's not performing. He's been lucky to have a few yellow cards and get away with a red card, but you feel like it's been coming. Frimpong, well, whoa. What is going on with this right back situation? Because Connor Bradley is not doing nothing. He's getting subbed every game. Frimpong, well, he's an attacking wing back. He is not a right back. So what is going on with that signing? I think that needs to be highlighted even more. And then you've got Szoboszlai, who's looking like the best right back, but he's a midfielder. The Liverpool right now don't even have a settled back four. And we always say, goals win games, defenses win titles. But Liverpool are not even scoring enough goals. They're scoring 1 goal a game at the moment, grinding their way through in the recent last 4 or 5 games. They're not doing enough. So the defense is not settled. They needed to get a centre-back. They left it until deadline day to try and get Mark Guehi. You had all summer to bring in an experienced centre-back, not Leone from Italy, an experienced centre-back, and you didn't do that when we know that you've needed a centre-back for a long time, especially allowing Constant to go. Midfield, where's your number 6? Gravenberch's a great box-to-box player, stretch his legs, get up and down the pitch, energy, physicality, but McAllister's not a holding midfielder, so you haven't got one. You haven't got one. It's simple as that. You're going with the midfield that worked last year. That was last year. This is this year. Teams will adapt. People will adjust how to play to Liverpool, which they are, and making it challenging for them. And then in the attack, Alexander Isak. Look, I'm not going to get on him because I'm a big fan of Alexander Isak. I think he will come good. He will get better. But talking about it subjectively, he's been slow to start at Liverpool. The only goal in the Carabao Cup, not taking his chances, not getting enough chances. They're not catering enough for him right now. He's still adjusting. Salah's been poor. And Salah's one of these guys, defensively doesn't trap pack. But when he's scoring goals and assisting, it's okay because he's doing a thing going forward. But if he's not contributing going forward, then he's not helping you out defensively. He's poor. Aesthetically on the eye, Salah is not good to watch. He's just a demon when it comes in front of goal. But he's not doing none of that this season. 2 goals, 2 assists. I'm sorry. He has been poor. The best wide man for Liverpool is not even getting minutes. Federico Chiesa, where are you? Arne Slot. What are you doing here? How can Chiesa get starts? How can Chiesa get minutes? Every time he comes off the bench, he's rising for Liverpool. And if I was a Liverpool fan right now, that is the one big question I'll have. What is happening with Federico Chiesa? Why did he not come on against Chelsea? Why? There was no reason he couldn't come on that pitch. You needed a goal. You wanted to win the game. But you didn't bring him on. And he suffered. You conceded late on. Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo got the goal, but he hasn't been that great in the last few games. And then ultimately, the £115 million man. Florian Wirtz. I told you lot. And look, if people didn't watch my content on Never a Foul, right? Subscribe to here as well, by the way, on my way to 5K. You might say I was mad. When Manchester City were linked to Florian Wirtz, I actually said to my boy Daps, go and get Morgan Gibbs-White instead when they were linked to both. Because he's Premier League proven. He's more robust. You need legs in midfield, people that can drive with the ball. And he would have been a better fit, even though I'm not saying he's the better player, but the better fit right now. And people laughed and called me mad. But right now, this morning, on the Never a Foul show, they're saying, you know what, Ty? You might have been right. Because Morgan Gibbs-White would be doing more than Florian Wirtz right now in that Liverpool team. I am telling you now for facts, Morgan Gibbs-White would be doing more in that Liverpool team than what Florian Wirtz does. Because he's been poor. He's created a couple chances. I'm not going to say I haven't seen the chances he's created. Teams haven't scored. I mean, the attackers haven't scored them. But come on, overall, when you watch the performance, he's not been good enough. And he might be only 7 games in. But he's been dropped for a couple of games already. And when he started, he's not performed. When he's come off the bench, he's not been great either. Physically, he is struggling to adapt to the Premier League. And it's not no joke. Sometimes players need a year to adapt. And look, I'll be kind enough to say I'll give him a year to adapt. But what I won't be kind enough in saying is that I said he's overrated. I think he's a good player, but he's overrated. People were talking about him like he was the next Ballon d'Or winner. This and that. I was like, what is going on here? I watched enough of him at Leverkusen to see the nice, tidy touches, to see that he's got that technical ability. I get it. It's nice. It's pretty. More time on the ball. But coming to the Premier League and trying to cut it here, different ball game. And Arne Slot needs now to sort it out. The international break has come at the perfect time for Liverpool to try and reset, to try and recharge. Because I'm telling you now, if they carry on like this, they will not be defending that Premier League title. And defending the Premier League is always harder than winning the Premier League. I've said that for time. Defending the Premier League is harder than winning it. And right now, pressure is on the big players to step up. Mohamed Salah, McAllister to come back into form, Alexander Isak to come in as the big player who's Premier League proven as well to step up. Florian Wirtz, we expect him to do better already, but he needs to rise it, but he knows that within himself, but he hasn't got the Premier League experience. But Arne Slot as the manager, you have, and now your team are going to expect you to try and make things work. You've got to now go into that dictionary, go into page 4, page 5, because you've been on page 1 and 2 for a while chilling, and adapt. Find a way to get Liverpool playing better and winning these games, because you've been winning games at the start of the season, but these type of results have been coming. They have been coming, and everyone knows that. Liverpool fans, Man United fans, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brentford, Palace, Fulham, whoever you are watching football in the world, you know that these Liverpool results have been coming because they've not been good enough. And I think now it's the time for a wake-up call and a serious conversation about them, because they've got Manchester United after the international break. And, well, I'm a Man United fan, but Liverpool, you better be winning that. You better be winning that, because that is the perfect game for you lot to bounce back psychologically, mentally and physically. But not winning that, then I think fans are going to go into a bit of chaos, because they ain't expecting this kind of start to the season, even though, like I said, you're still sitting second. I respect that and I get that. But you now need to start performing better, because you can get by for so long doing that. But in the last week, you've seen that you can't get away with it for long, because teams and results will catch up with you. The guys, Liverpool, what is going on at the football club? What do you want to see change? The defense is not settled. McAllister's not thriving in midfield. The attack, woo! Questions have to be asked. Arne Slot, you need to start doing something, because soon we know what football's like with the internet. We know what it's like when everyone's got a voice. Pressure will start to build. And even though you won that league last season, this is this season. You're second. You're just behind Arsenal, and you can turn it around. But you need to get to work now, because the pressure will start to build. Guys, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. What is going at Liverpool? What is going wrong? What needs to be corrected? Let me know in the comments. I'll interact with you guys. I want to see what you Liverpool fans think. And if you think my video is mad, you think my video is mad. But I just think I have to talk in it, because it's been 7 games now and we can see perfect data of what's been going on. Guys, I will see you on the next video on my way to 5K. Bless up.